Brace yourself for the inevitable flood of hype because E3 is nearly upon us. The show is fully digital thanks to COVID, so things will be a little different this year. But creepy anime registration avatars aside, there's still lots to look forward to. We're here to run down our top 5 publisher predictions, just don't at me if none of them come true. Ubisoft is a publisher that is no stranger to creating highlight events of the E3 calendar, and it's unlikely to change anytime soon. With Far Cry 6 on the way, E3 2021 should be open for some fairly solid announcements. The game will, most likely, take quite a large chunk of their showcase up, probably with some gameplay, and hopefully we can get a map reveal this time and find out that we can finally live our walking across a country for 12 hours dream. As long as we can see more of that adorable dog. Oh, look at his little face, isn't he the most adorable murder weenie you ever did see? While there's unlikely to be a new game in the Assassin's Creed franchise, there are rumours of a fairly chunky DLC dubbed Meteor, a slightly interesting one, and hopefully we won't get some verging on unrealistic DLC with some kind of meteorite hitting the Earth, although it is Ubisoft, so anything is possible really. Then there's Rainbow Six Quarantine. Oh, that is not the greatest title anymore, is it? Which hopefully gets some more information revealed because it looks so damn good! Sorry, got a little overexcited there. Nope, no. Unlikely to happen. Nintendo. They're often known for pulling some mega surprises, but let's see if we can try and figure out some of their sneaky plans. By now, most people will have seen the repeated rumours of a Nintendo Switch Pro. This device is said to be packing an OLED screen and capable of running games at 4K, and it would in fact follow a trend, given that Nintendo's previous handhelds did indeed get DSi and new 3DS upgrades. Given the fact that the Switch has now lagged thousands of miles behind on the power differential front, between it and the next-gen consoles, it's not too far-fetched to see them bringing out another. Although 4K might just be a little bit of a push, I'd be surprised if they actually had that. Having announced the Breath of the Wild sequel at E3 2019, there's now been some major Sheikah Slate silence from Nintendo on that front. While Nintendo has told us development is still progressing, it's been 2 years since a major update, and we're all crossing our fingers here. There is a lot that could come from Enix this year, from brand new IPs, to new installments, to everything else under the sun, let's be honest. Square Enix pile of predictions, go! Babylon's Fall may have more info released to us at E3 since good old Enix have specifically highlighted it in their E3 announcement. Alongside that, there will also be a new look at Marvel's Avengers Black Panther content, aka the Wakanda DLC. It's going to be potentially the game's biggest content update since release, and that is pretty damn awesome. Life is Strange True Colours have also featured in their plans. Set to release by the 10th of September, Enix have also said the showcase at E3 will be a deep dive into the game. Ooh, fancy. The showcase will also feature a look at the shiny Life is Strange Remaster Collection 2, shiny polished versions of Life is Strange Before the Storm, yes please! There could also be a potential new Final Fantasy game from Naya developer Team Ninja 2 called Final Fantasy Origin, and would be an action spin-off. It hasn't been specifically mentioned though, so Dragon Quest XII could also be coming too, and also potentially a new trailer for Dragon Quest III HD 2D. Forspoken is the final game on our predictions list, which was curiously absent from Enix's E3 announcement. Potentially we could get a trailer. Hopefully we get some more information to decipher that motherfucking dragon. After switching between Elder Scrolls and Fallout for what seems like a millennia, Bethesda has finally been working on a fresh IP called Starfield. In reality, that's legitimately all we know about it. Other than its single player, features space travel, and likely will peeve PlayStation's fans off massively by being an Xbox and PC exclusive, expect potentially a gameplay blowout as well as a release window and maybe a precise date. Please, Bethesda? While Machine Games is working on an Indiana Jones game, that's not to say BJ Blazkowicz is dead just yet. While they're unlikely to get a show off of a new Wolfenstein, we'd be surprised if there isn't a test of a third game at some point. And while we wouldn't expect ESO to release anything more than Blackwood reveals, expect Fallout 76 to get some love with new seasonal content. Halo Infinite will finally launch in 2021, having been delayed already for obvious reasons. Depending on the length of Microsoft's event, they could show campaign and multiplayer gameplay. Let's just hope they can make us forget about Craig the Brute. Forza Horizon 5 may even get a reveal and may even launch this year, but that have been finally saying goodbye to the UK in favour of a Mexican map, and I can't honestly say I wouldn't be sad to see the UK-themed game fall to the wayside. You know, owing for the fact I'm in Britain. It's a very relatable game. Game Pass! Gotta have it in there somewhere, but by the looks, June's Game Pass was a little less chunky this time around. Maybe Microsoft is going to have a huge list at E3, we can only hope. In other predictions, The Outer Worlds 2, Battlefield 6 and IO Interactive's Project Dragon could all get info dropped at E3. Microsoft's in a pretty exciting place right now, and Sony is evidently getting a little worried given the tactics they're using to try and stop Microsoft ploughing through every barrier they're given. Finally, I can breathe after rattling off all those predictions. Let us know in the comments below what you think will be announced at E3.